going to walk from there up to, it was still Key Arena at the time, check out the band. They flew 3,000 miles to be here. Now, I knew she had IBS, but it was not top of mind. It did not come up in conversation. We finished dinner. Her and my wife go to the bathroom before we're going to now walk up to Key. I am now 3 cigarettes deep outside waiting, and I'm just like, come on, man. So my wife comes out, and she's like, hey, so-and-so's not going to go to the show. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? She bought tickets and flew 3,000 miles. She's like, yeah, she just shouldn't go back to our place. I'm like, well, what is she doing? She just said, she pooped herself. I'm like, oh, wow, okay, yeah, I get it, man. Did she want?
How's she going to get home?
I think she Ubered home, took care of her.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, what else is she going to do,
Well, that poor
man?
guy
It's
who's driving there.
Yeah, I mean, it happened. She tried to make it into the bathroom, didn't quite. I guess she made it into the bathroom, but did not get her pants down.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure she cleaned up the best she could, but I mean, there's really no other option. You just got to suck it up and
or walk 9 miles.
But you got this hot chick getting in your car, and she smells like...
It smells like ass.
It happened to me, not terrible, but driving back up from, I was on 95, somewhere down south. And same thing, like I just didn't make it in time, and I mean, I left that pair of underwear in a bathroom.
Oh yeah,
in some gas station.
Mm-hmm. You're not the first.
Yeah, right.
I left mine at Safeco.
Right, because now you just have that gross pair of underwear, and it's like, well, I'm not putting them back on.
That should be a future question of the day. Where have you left a pair of underwear? We know why you left it. Just where was it?
What is weird or not right with your body? 206-803-ROCK.
Mine was at a downtown mall called the Gallery of Baltimore, across from Harbor Place. Underwear had stay. I'll leave it at that. Hello, Luke. Welcome to the men's room.
Positive Friday, gentlemen.
Positive Friday.
Okay. So, this is pretty similar. Okay. Anyway, this is pretty similar to the last one you heard, but it does revolve around lactose intolerance. My mom found this out when I was a really little baby, so basically, and now I've kind of taken a more learned approach to this when I was in my teens, but basically without a dairy pill, if I eat something with a lot of dairy, I get really bad stomach pains and really bad gas. Sometimes it's internal, sometimes it's not, but if I feel something's wrong down there, I will let my family know the green fog is coming.
So at least you know.
Generally, yes.
The green fog, you call it. Now, is it the type that would clear a room, or is it just relieving pressure?
It varies from time to time, but generally speaking, I do know how to exit the room quick enough where, like, if it's super crowded, I know how to do it while not drawing too much attention to myself. But if my brother is there, he might say, "Don't worry, I'll cover for you."
Do you have a girlfriend? Or are you married?
No, I'm sorry.
Well, because they would keep you from doing that. They would keep you from eating excessive dairy. That's one good thing about having a partner. They keep you in check because they care about you.
But you have to remember, so I'm mildly lactose intolerant, right? So, I mean, I can eat cheese and all that kind of thing. I can drink skim milk. If I drink whole milk, it's a different thing. But the one time I always forget, and probably once a month we'll do it, I have like chicken Alfredo or something. I never think about it in the Alfredo sauce. Because you don't perceive it as a drink or a food. You know what I mean? It's about the pasta. And then I'm telling you, more than anything else, than like 20 minutes, I'm like, oh, no, man. And like you said, just gut pain. And like, I'm going to go poop for the next 8 hours.
I mean, look, I'm the same with you. Like, I'm not, like, I can drink milk and stuff, but there's a certain threshold.
Yes.
So same thing. I did it last week, right? We were eating pizza, ate ice cream sandwiches the next morning. My buddy's like, you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm definitely somewhat lactose intolerant.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If it's made with heavy cream.
On a scale of 1 to 10, my stomach pains, that's usually around somewhere between a 5 and a 7. But either way, 50% of the time, I'm fixing to fart.
Okay, all right.
Well, that was the entire statement.
All right, so
I'm fixing to fart.
What is the worst experience you've had with this condition? Like, what was the
worst blowout?
The low point?
I really wish I can remember, but I will say whenever that happens, half the time it can be a little smelly, and half the time it's just scentless.
It's just rank.
And which also does remind me, it's usually the loud ones that don't smell nearly as bad.
That's how it always is, man. Because nature gives you one of two choices. You can make a lot of noise and everyone knows you farted, but no one's going to smell it. Or you cannot make any noise, but everybody smells it. Are they going to know it's you, right? And sometimes you hedge your bets. Like, for the worst blowout I had, and my parents ended up changing my diet a little bit. I want to say I think we went from whole milk to 2% after this incident. And I have a vague recollection. I'm 5 or 6 years old, and we had been at a friend's house earlier that night. I do remember that the father in this house was all excited. He had a new blender, and he made all the kids like chocolate milkshakes or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were delicious, and I took it down. No big deal. Hung out for 2-3 more hours, all right, typical thing. We get home, and I'm standing at the top of our stairs. Basically, you would open the front door of this house, and the stairway's right there. So I'm at the top of the stairs, and I told my mother, quote, "Mom, I feel something funny in my pants." That is my quote. So like anything, it still had the elastic jeans. So she does a little peek, and I mean, I just remember her screaming down to my brother to grab newspaper. And he does not know why. And she's like, "All that you can find." Especially, she rips on my pants, and I mean, it's just flowing out of me like a soft serve machine is broken. Right? And I remember the feeling of it just on my legs. It's massive diarrhea. It just wouldn't stop, but I'm still standing at the top of the stairs. And the bathroom was right around the corner. She never really got me in there until after I was kind of done purging, so to speak. But my brother, he's now screaming. My mom's screaming. My dad's just kind of looking like, what is happening here? And so she had me standing on top of the newspaper. But I remember I could see it was kind of like rolling itself down the stairs. Until I was, and that's the thing. So my brother's laying down newspaper, stair by stair by stair, because it just kept coming, like the blob, man. And it probably stopped about halfway down the stairs, but I'm still pooping. And my mom didn't want to put me in the bathtub until the poop was out of me. Then the poop was finally out of me. And in my mind, I'm there for 12 hours. I'm sure the whole thing lasted maybe 2 minutes.
Sure.
But it was a long time. And she's just freaking out and screaming the whole time. It stunk, the whole nine. Anyway, they get my ass in the bathtub, wake up the next morning. It's like nothing happened. About a week later, went to get a bowl of cereal, 2% milk. We'd never had it before. I did not know why we had it. My brother was not happy about it, so we're grilling my parents about it. My dad's like, because regular milk makes your brother S. And that was a straight. He's like, I'm not dealing with that again, man. He's like, that was a nightmare.
I told you, I had a friend, right? So we had taken a trip down to San Francisco. My other friend at the time, he's living in like the North Bay.
Okay.
So me and my buddy, we had spent the night in San Francisco. We're having a good time, right? We take the ferry, right? So we get there, Marin County or whatever. Our buddy picks us up, and his son's like 3.
All right.
And he's like, I got a little time. And we're like, can we get a beer? So we go to a brewery, right? You can have the whole family. And his son's standing up on like the little bench. And same thing, there's just like this white, or not white, like almost like reddish pink foam going down his leg. And it almost looked like puke. And we're like,
reddish pink?
Yeah, we're like, he couldn't have puked.
Right.
And my buddy just kind of picks him up like, man, like, I don't know what's going on. Runs to the bathroom, and he comes back, and he's like, I told her to stop feeding him all those beets.
Oh, God.
Same thing. It was clearly running down his leg.
Jesus.
But the color of it, I mean, you reminded me when you said it looked like a strawberry milkshake. That's what we were like. What is that, man? What is that? When he came back and said what it was, we were like, oh, gross.
I would not have guessed. Ew, man.
We thought he had spilled something, and somehow it was running down his leg.
More comments on our question, what is weird or not right with your body? Here you go. I have 3 testicles. The extra one is very small, but still, 3 testicles. A couple more. My D
Never scared, Miles. Never scared.
My D is crooked. Don't know why. Never got it checked out.
Is that Peyronie's disease?
But people always comment on the fact that it's pretty crooked.
Which way? Left, right?
That's a good question.
Up, down?
Up.
That would be a weird way to be crooked.
What, up?
Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah.
Guys have a broken rib that never set right. So I can't sleep on my back without my chest feeling like it's collapsing.
God.
That sounds good.
I have scoliosis that my doctor didn't find out until I was 14. And this was after the doctors came into the elementary school, middle school to do their spine checks to catch it early on. By the time they caught it, it had accelerated past the point of needing a back brace, but not severe enough to require surgery. So now I walk around with constant back aches, muscle spasms, and my left shoulder hangs a good 3 inches lower than my right.
And it's still not operable.
Well, I have scoliosis in 2 places, and they didn't catch it in time either.
Really?
So I could have been that kid in a back brace, which I would have appreciated at the time.
Yeah.
Because I don't care. If I knew then what I know now,
That's the
I could have lived through the embarrassment. I'm sure I'd have been embarrassed at the time. But
yeah, a lot of kids didn't
Could have
like
been the
braces.
Tin Man.
Yep. Pretty much. Guys, I've had chronic kidney stones.
Oh.
I passed 5 of them so far this year. Luckily, they've been small enough to pass on their own, with the biggest being 5 millimeters. Unfortunately, I currently have an 8 millimeter one inside of me that I'm having to have surgery, and they're going to break it up next week. I would not recommend this.
No, my brother, he had him a couple of years ago, and he had never had him before, but I was like, is it as bad as everyone says? He's like, no one describes it as being bad enough. He's like, you know they're bad. And every story is a horror story, and he's like, it's worse than what you think it's going to be.
Okay.
Like, glad I'm not you.
That's awful, though. He's already had 5 of them. I mean, we're in February.
Right.
I've started to get boils in my armpits.
Ew.
And they hurt, and they can't be lanced because it makes it worse, apparently.
What?
That sounds like an infected gland, doesn't it?
But if the doctor is smart enough to know that we can't lance them, you would think they would also say this is why. Mm-hmm. Ew.
Another, don't have much of a story behind this one, but I was born with 5 wisdom teeth. They were all removed and 3 kidneys. So apparently I came with extra parts.
3 kidneys.
3
You think
kidneys.
that's a potential twin that you just kind of absorbed?
Well, a lot of people do have that theory.
What, the twin thing?
Yeah.
I mean, it does. A lot of times when they find like a tumor, but the tumor has teeth, it freaks people out, and they're like, look, more than likely, the egg split, but one embryo ended up absorbing the other, but you didn't completely dissolve what was supposed to be there.
I had a couple more. I'll get to
I wonder if he gave it away.
What, the kidney?
If I had a 3rd kidney, I'd just get rid of it. I'd
yeah.
like, who needs it?
I have herniated
Just saying,
discs.
it's
Facebook
It's
Marketplace.
a serious thing when people need kidneys.
For
Say
sure.
what? $1,000 you can have one.
You gotta get one, man.
Well,
cash.
if you could charge, I'd charge more than that.
In cash. And
You got 3, man. Keep the price
What's
low
your
for the
life
first
worth
one.
to you, fella?
Yeah, that's a good point. The onus is on the buyer.
All right,
yeah.
why don't you dip into that 401k, all right?
And Ted, here's one for you. My right knee has a tendency to dislocate. It hasn't happened in a couple of years, but it popped out a lot of times when I was a teenager, which was fun. Best times were when it popped out as I was sitting down and when I was just talking to some friends. It just popped. All it basically means for me now is that I wear a knee brace 24/7. I've had my knee pop out probably 5 or 6 times. You feel it coming on. That is the weirdest thing about it, and you can't stop it. And you
Right.
just try to straighten out your knee as fast as you can. But when you feel that tendon click over and it pop back in, man, it is just like it is. I've had it happen to me in the middle of the night when I was sleeping, and it just shocks you out of bed.
I was gonna say, I've dislocated my knee so many times, I can't even remember.
It's crazy.
Weren't you
Luckily-
dancing like a dance competition or something?
Yeah, homecoming. Yeah, I popped
Sorry,
out
dude.
then.
Could you pop it back in?
I did. So that was one of the first couple times it happened. The first time it happened was playing football.
Sure.
And they weren't sure, so I had to go to like the hospital and everything else. And then when I was in the hospital, because the first time it happened, it was so severe they couldn't pop it back in on the field. So I had to go to the hospital to get it back in. And then that time on the dance floor, when that popped out, like we got it back in. Then I remember they were like, well, we got to call your parents or whatever. But what was it? I don't know. I guess it was somehow they were like, you're 17, you're almost 18. I was like, it's fine. I'll just limp around.
Right.
But yeah, it happened a bunch of times. And he's right, man. I mean, I've done it playing table tennis.
Oh, jeez.
Just like stepping the wrong way or whatever.
You never know what's going to happen. It can happen for absolutely no reason.
Yeah. Miles is right, though. Sometimes you do, like, I'll be sitting there and you're just like, that doesn't feel right.
You got to stand up fast.
Correct.
That's the only way. Put all the weight you can on your heel. Coming up, the exciting return of Ted versus the FCC on the way at 4:35. And we've got your emails coming up next in the men's room at KISW.com.
coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on Inaction News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, a family of 6 agrees that yes, the milk smells bad. But first, a bit of good news. And of course, it's from the good people at a Hope and a Prayer Foundation. A local 8-year-old cancer patient at Municipal Children's Hospital submitted a wish to the folks at a Hope and Prayer Foundation, and they answered his hope.
He's cancer-free?
Okay, the folks at a Hope and a Prayer Foundation answered one of his hopes, Felix.
So he still has cancer.
Well, yes, but he had always wanted to meet Jeff Dunham, and Mr. Dunham was kind enough to oblige and visited young Billy at the hospital. Even did a personal performance for him.
Jeff Dunham. Why do I know that name?
Jeff Dunham, he's a comedian. He's best known for his stand-up act with his puppets.
Puppets? People like puppets.
Yes, I certainly hope so. Jeff is a ventriloquist, you see. Possibly the world's best-known ventriloquist. What, you don't like ventriloquists?
Well, it's not that bad, but I can talk with my mouth closed, too. Ain't nothing to it.
You can perform ventriloquism. You can throw your voice. You're telling me that you have this talent.
Yeah, man.
Okay, do it.
Do what?
Throw your voice.
Now?
Yes, Mr. Ventriloquist, if you can throw your voice or talk with your mouth closed, as you like to say, wow us with your ability.
Right now.
Yes, Felix, right now.
Okay, man. Can you hear me now, Playboy?
Oh, wow. Felix, I had no idea that you could do that.
That's what I was saying, man. I can talk with my mouth closed. I can do what Jeff Dunham does. I just don't like working with puppets. Puppets creep me out.
That's very impressive, Felix. You may have missed your calling. Bonnie, Bonnie, are you seeing this?
I'm sorry, am I seeing what? I've been stuck on the phone with Dolores in HR.
Felix, he can talk without even opening his mouth.
It's impossible to talk without opening your mouth.
That's what I thought, but Felix literally just did it. It's very impressive.
But it's impossible to talk without opening your mouth.
I understand that you believe that, Bonnie, but we can show you. Felix, if you would, do it again for Bonnie.
Do what for Bonnie?
Talk with your mouth closed, Felix.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
I heard him! Oh my gosh, I have ESP!
Bonnie, you do not have ESP. Felix was talking with his mouth closed.
It's impossible to talk with your mouth closed.
You keep saying that. It's ventriloquism, Bonnie.
I've seen ventriloquists. They're really good, but you can still see their mouth moves a little bit, even someone as gifted as Jeff Dunham.
You're telling me that you think that you have ESP.
I know I do. I just heard Felix.
Can you still hear me, Bonnie?
Oh my gosh, yes! Bonnie, cheese and rice, I can hear him too.
You have ESP too?
No!
Obviously, Stone has ESP because it's impossible to talk without opening your mouth.
That's what I keep telling him, but he doesn't believe me.
He's a sad little man.
Okay, stop! Bonnie, Felix is a ventriloquist. And Felix, stop trying to convince Bonnie that she has ESP.
Well, how can she hear me if she doesn't have ESP?
I can hear you too!
We both have ESP. That's why you can hear him too.
This is ridiculous.
What am I thinking right now?
I have no idea, Bonnie. I do not have ESP. Just guess. You were thinking about winged goats eating a bucket of fried chicken on a Ferris wheel in Greece during a lightning storm.
Oh my gosh, yes!
You were actually thinking about winged goats eating a bucket of fried chicken on a Ferris wheel in Greece during a lightning storm.
I was thinking a thunderstorm, but yeah.
What are the odds, man?
I really do not know, Felix.
You really want to go to break now, don't you?
You read my mind, Bonnie.
I told you I have ESP! How else could I know that?
I have no idea. We'll be back next hour.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on Inaction News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Did Did you know that in the United States, someone crashes their car 13 times every 60 seconds?
Wait, what?
Someone crashes their car 13 times every minute here in the United States.
Well, damn, take the license.
Well, they're car accidents, Felix.
Exactly. They're not fit to drive, Stone.
You've never been in a car accident.
Of course, I've been in a car accident. I've been in 3 car accidents in my entire life.
Well, then you understand that accidents do happen.
Yeah, about 3 times in a lifetime. But who crashes the car 13 times every 60 seconds? That is ridiculous, Stone, and I think the license should be taken away.
Felix, okay, it's not the same person crashing their car 13 times every minute.
You literally said someone crashes a car 13 times every 60 seconds.
I didn't mean one specific person, Felix. That's a statistic. Every 60 seconds, 13 different people have gotten into a car accident.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Felix, I'm trying to do a public service announcement reminding people not to text and drive. Why do you always have to derail everything?
My bad, Playboy. Yeah, everybody don't text and drive. Seriously, Stone, that's all you have to say.
Please join us at Inaction News on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Hello, ladies. Like what you see? You know you do. But you can see even more by subscribing to your YouTube channel and social media pages. Just search at Inaction News. I'm working on an OnlyFans account, but I don't have feet just yet. But stay tuned.
KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, coming up, we'll drink a toast of the weekend with a shot of the day that is Bad Choice Friday time.
You know it's Bad Choice Friday. It's Bad Choice Friday. You know it's Bad Choice Friday. Hey, man, this is your fault.
And today it's a Winter Olympics inspired Bad Choice Friday. Ted, you were saying that the hockey game is at 5 our time on Sunday?
Yeah, now that we're set, USA Canada 5:10 puck drop on Sunday morning.
That's an early morning.
That is an awfully early morning.
That
Some
is
people are going to
early
get
morning.
up.
Are you getting up to watch Arsenal or hockey?
Well, Miles, actually both. Because Arsenal's playing Tottenham at 8:30.
All right.
So they should run right into the other.
So celebrating the Olympics, hopefully a USA win on Sundays, featuring today's Smash Mouth. Smash Mouth and All-Star taking on Joe Esposito. Joe Esposito from the Karate Kid soundtrack, and you're the best around. Smash Mouth from the Shrek. soundtrack as well.
Who would you guys vote for?
In this instance, maybe Joe Esposito.
Really? I
Yeah.
was a Smash Mouth.
Vote now if you follow us on X at Men's Room Live. One of those two tunes coming up. Now do we have time for a few emails from the Men's Room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
And a couple on our question, what is weird or not right with your body? Guys, when I was younger, hiccups were always very painful. I got really sick in my 20s and had a hiccup attack for like 2 days straight. Then, with one big hiccup cough, I felt a very intense pain, let out a very loud belch. And now whenever I hiccup, I also burp.
Huh.
What's the longest you've ever had a hiccup episode?
Probably like 15 hours until I went to bed.
Really?
Yeah, but my father, he'll get them for like 2 or 3 days.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Guys, a customer on my route is missing his middle pointer finger and part of his palm by his thumb. Went to shake his hand when we first moved in and didn't notice till I was gripping his palm. Bacholas, I was born with spina bifida. And paralyzed from the waist down.
Spina bifida.
And a wheelchair. February 20th of 2015, I had my left leg amputated above the knee. Above the knee.
Man.
Those are just a couple of examples I could give you. Plenty more examples I could also use. That from your friendly neighborhood amputee Tyson. Here's another.
Glad he's friendly.
Yeah, I hate the angry ones.
The angry amputees, yeah, man. They're always barking.
Growing up, guys, I had a friend who had prosthetic feet. He had half of both of them, and he played soccer. Wonder if that's advantage or disadvantage.
I don't know. I wonder if you get custom shoes. Who was the kicker in the NFL?
Tom Dempsey had a half a foot. I think he lost it in the war. It was born that way, something.
But then he had like a special fitted shoe or something, so it's kind of like flat in the front.
It seems unfair, though. He was just kicking with a block.
He was, and that's why people question that longest field goal, the record that he had for, 25, 30 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before the guy from, Denver beat it, I believe?
But I think, from his perspective, like, oh, I'm sorry I had a special shoe. My foot is effed up.
And then with that guy from Denver, they're like, oh, well, he kicked the ball in Denver.
Because he's in Denver.
So, like, 2 records, and everybody's questioning both of them.
I don't think it matters anymore. Those guys seem to just boom in those things.
Yeah.
I have some insight on that I cannot share.
Guys,
Is it the balls? They're getting bigger, more physical?
No, I will say this. It was explained to me that it used to be that the NFL, so kickers have their balls and then there's regular game balls. And it used to be that the officials had control of both sets of balls until the day of the game. So the day of the game, the equipment manager will come over and get the balls, both for the kickers and regular play, designated for that day. Now, as I understand it, the kickers at least get their balls basically during training camp.
Correct. Yeah, I've heard this too.
You don't know what they may or may not be doing with these balls because you're right. Everyone is booting that.
Well, they're kicking
your
a lot.
accuracy, right? But it's not so much accuracy, but it is the distance. And I was just told that there is a direct correlation between the time that the officials stopped controlling the ball because they know what they are full of. Versus these guys have had them for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, go out there, and now they're booting 12 yards longer.
Think of it like a baseball glove. You want a broken-in football, just like you want a broken-in baseball glove.
You do, but that's not
right.
That's not. And they're like, look, there's no way to verify. I mean, we could if we wanted to investigate it, but right now people are excited because kickers are crushing these balls.
I've seen videos too of like the ball going in the stands in the home field.
Yeah.
And the guy just being like, you've got to give that one back.
Right.
And then just being like, that's one of our kicking balls. If you support this team, you need to give that back.
You need to give it back, yeah.
Guys, I was born with gastrochesis, maybe, which is where my stomach wall didn't close and my intestines were on the outside of my body.
That's God.
Crazy. I have no wisdom teeth, and I'm also missing my 2 bottom rear molars. They were knocked out. I just never had them. Another, I was born without an ACL in my left knee, and the ACL in my right knee is in the wrong place. It's never caused problems, that until I got older. And one more, I've got Osgood-Schlatters disease. My legs grew goofy, and I have an extra lump on my knees.
Yeah.
Time for a few birthdays brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
I have no damn idea where that is.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Dun, dun.
Dip responsibly.
Here we go. Guys, today Dimitri is officially a teenager now that he's 13. He's been listening to your show with me since he was 3.
Nice.
So, can he get a fish sandwich song and Coach Ted with advice on being 13? That from Felicia the mom and Dennis the dad.
Can I get a fish sandwich? Oh, you know I gotta eat right. Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich? You put the cheese and the tartar on the side.
All right, teenager, 13. That's a big birthday, man. A lot of things are going to start changing. A, wear socks. B, throw out the socks in the room, my little man. C, hopefully things are changing. Let's get into some deodorant. Other than that, you are a teenager now, so sure you're testing the waters. Don't talk back too much. But, feel free to be like, I'm a teenager, Dad. Back down.
And he'll tell you why that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Guys, my fiance J.E.O. Red has been, he's turning 33 today. It's been a long 8 years together, and the last 2 years have been together 24 hours a day, completing medical school.
Wow.
And still love you. From your Latina cougar princess Penny. So how about a suck it up cupcake, turtles bumping uglies, and the dirty Germans talking about passing dental hygiene school to work with your mother, who is also a dentist. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
What you what?
A penis, a suck it up cupcake, and turtles bumping uglies.
Just wants a penis for it.
I just want a suck it up cupcake, but that, whatever. Close enough.
Yeah, when it comes to dental hygiene, I'm no dental hygienist, but the first thing I do is, does your breath smell like Fritos? And if it does, did you eat Fritos?
Yeah. So you like lollipops? Because I see your mouth is made for sucking on things.
Yeah, the old skin pop.
And one more, guys, I want to get a birthday shout out. Can I get a Leroy Jenkins and the captain talking about one of his favorite trips? Thanks, guys. That from Jamie.
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins!
Ooh, well, ahoy there, and happy birthday. It's funny you want to know about the old Capitan's favorite trip. I took that trip just 2 weeks ago. It was a peyote trip and was by far my favorite. And I've tripped on acid, mushrooms, nitrous, and a personal cocktail made from fermented bat nipples, hobo spit, used Band-Aids, and summer's eve's douche, all brought to a boil over kerosene. One huff of that, you'll find yourself naked in the jungles of Borneo for 6 months. That's another story, but my favorite trip, that was the peyote. That's where I met my spirit animal, which happened to be our local hero, Blitz. Crunch berries.
All right, guys, here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's the Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's world famous sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Thank you. We'll have a couple extra emails here before we get to Ted versus the FCC. Guys, last week you were talking about scones on Ted's Meat and Potatoes.
Scones, yeah, man.
Now, if you want the best scone of your life, go to the Tacoma Farmers Market and look for an unassuming baked goods stand. Guy's name is Lauren, and his scones are the real deal. Bacon cheddar, blueberry with a frosted drizzle, and bacon jalapeno. That from the Forest Dweller. Now, those sound like scones I can get into.
I can do savory or sweet, man. I'm down. Either way.
I love a cheese and jalapeno bagel. Man, those are good. What else we got?
I honestly, I never knew about putting savory stuff inside of a scone. I thought it was only sweet.
Generally, it is, but when you think about what it is, like, bro, think about it like a bagel, right?
Bacon cheddar. And then a bacon jalapeno scone. Mm-hmm. Now that one I could get into.
Is it bacon cheddar jalapeno or bacon
no,
jalapeno
those are two separate
and bacon
ones.
Okay.
He's got a bacon cheddar, a blueberry with a frosted drizzle, and a bacon jalapeno.
Frosted drizzle.
I'm telling you, Miles, once you eat a hot, warm scone with that jam in there, it's going to change your tune.
See, I don't like jam and stuff. I don't like fruit.
You just got to try one of these.
All right. Okay.
You just never.
Yeah, you can't knock it till you try it.
I don't like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, so it doesn't make sense.
What's that?
I like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Which kind of a fruit filling.
Right, exactly. So that doesn't make any sense why I don't like fruit in like my donuts or any of that crap. I don't like those little Debbie things with the fruit inside.
Little Debbie's a little different. But like if you give me a donut with the fruit filling, not fruit filling, but the
like jelly filled donut to me though is that's a different animal than a delicious warm scone. Okay. Some of that stuff.
I even hate the cookies that have fruit on top.
I did not like those.
No.
I'm a huge fan. Like I like all that stuff.
Really? Even the weird cookies with the
like the Christmas cookies with a little red crap in the middle.
Yeah.
Those are horrible.
Yeah, they freak me out, man.
Oh, God, I hate those.
But then again, I don't eat healthy.
Well, I mean, none of it's healthy. It's a cookie.
Yeah, you're right.
Things that kill the mood. Guys, you didn't mention toilet paper crumbs around the backside. Although still wanting to get the job done, it sure was disconcerting seeing the fragments of paper from the back. Cheers, guys. That from Zick.
Well, the good news is at least you know they wipe.
That's awfully specific, man.
That means that's a memory.
That
is a memory that has been burned into that man's head, and he will
But
not.
you can't just fire off an email and be like, yeah, you guys didn't mention this. Please, that's not happening to a lot of people all the time, Zig.
And it depends how big the toilet paper piece is.
It depends on how big the person is.
I like
and
the
does she
name.
have a hairy backside?
Oh,
I like the name Zick.
Zick.
Z-I-C-K, Zick.
Zick of this.
Subject, redwood trees. Thrill, I have a redwood tree in my front yard, halfway between Willapa Valley and P.L. Washington, God's country. Busch Light is the beer of choice for both towns. Great golf courses in the area as well, Miles. That from Kurt.
I was wondering if redwoods only grew in California, right?
Dumbass.
And that's what I discovered. I am a dumbass. And I thought he was going to say Busch Light was the choice of the tree. I'm like, okay.
That's why they grow so big.
I've stood underneath a redwood with you in Portland.
Where?
Well, when we were heading over to that sports museum.
Oh, God. Yeah. I do. I do remember that. Yes. That is a strong point. Yes.
And one more thing before we get to Ted versus the FCC. One of the sports bars in Fremont, a couple days before the Super Bowl, unfortunately caught fire. They're still investigating that fire. I believe it's under suspicious circumstances.
Really?
I believe so. Well, it was so close to the beginning of the Olympics and a few days before the Super Bowl. It just seems like
the timing seems for a sports bar.
The timing seems a little bit strange, but either way, a great group of people at Petoskey's, and they have supported our beer. They have supported our sausage. They are a great local establishment, and unfortunately, what should have been a big payday for the employees and everybody else, the owners, turned into a nightmare. And not only that, but they've got great wood burn pizzas, right? So this pizza oven that sits in the kitchen is this huge ass. You know what a pizza oven looks like?
Yeah.
When it's concrete, brick, whatever the deal is. So it compromised the floor in the back of the kitchen.
Jeez.
So they might have to rip that damn thing out of there. They don't know if the structure can hold that anymore. The kitchen was basically destroyed. So they're trying to get all those things done as fast as they can. But in the meantime, you got a bunch of people who are employed there who are now out of a job for the time being. So the good people at the Triangle, and they are great owners as well, Kenji and Amber, they decided that they were going to hold a fundraiser. And that fundraiser is this Sunday. Starts about 5 o'clock at the Triangle, by the way. Seattle Times voted that place the best fried chicken in town. That's a pretty big honor.
Yeah.
So if you want to go in there and get dinner and eat, a portion of the proceeds is going to go to Petoskey's. Not only that, look at that on the YouTube page.
Thank you, Tim.
They really.
I'm going to try to make it by.
They messed that place up. We've got
on Sunday, and because Miles, you're the MC.
I'm the sucker MC.
The sucker MC
of the event. We do have tickets to the Black Keys. I know.
All
that for a
right,
fact.
nice.
Also, an autographed poster from the Unwrapped show. So that basically has everyone from Taylor Monson's autograph on
Shinedown,
there.
all those guys.
Shinedown, hell, Daughtry signed it. Who else am I missing? Wolfgang Van Halen. Signatures on there as well. So,
by the way, I got one of his albums over the weekend. It is spectacular.
Is it really?
He's on fire right now.
Dude, and let me tell you about one thing about Wolfgang, whatever, right? So I've heard a few songs from him. I've liked all of them. So I bought the album. I put it on. Listened to it 3 times now. You can tell Eddie Van Halen is his dad because he does, and I want to say he plays all the instruments on it anyway, but he has a couple of guitar solos where I'm like, God damn. It's like going back to the 80s when people truly shredded. Damn, man.
So if you got some time Sunday afternoon, stop by the Triangle in Fremont.
What time's it starting?
5 o'clock. Get a couple beers, get a couple drinks. If you want to get out there for dinner, do that as well. That place is normally jumping and packed. But
get the fried chicken.
Yeah, get the fried chicken, man. Hang out with your friends and help support the people at Petoskey's because they need your help. And by the way, the men's room IPA will be on tap as at the Triangle as always and all that stuff. So
can they heckle the MC?
They can heckle me to death.
I know one guy that might.
Absolutely.
Tall black dude, tattoos, long
back,
beard.
Standing back in the back. Okay, I think it's time that we go back in time. The last time that we played Ted versus the FCC. So if we could, let's go back in time. Time.
The towns of Fig Buck and Buck Fig love to cheer for their hometown football teams. The Fig Buck Fig Buckers and the Buck Fig Buck Figgers. Go Fig Buckers and go Buck Figgers.
3 times fast.
The towns of Fig Buck and Buck.
Damn. Jesus Christ. That was quick.
That's hard in front of people, man.
Let's do it again.
And now, everyone's favorite daytime game show, where one person could lose $325,000 and their job, or win and walk away with nothing. It's time for Ted versus the FCC.
Remember New Year's resolution, we're not staying up late on Thursday nights anymore.
Oh, yeah.
We changed it to Friday nights.
Yeah, that is correct. So we get all this done just one day later.
So I took a listener.
I got a 95 last night on my sleep score.
Did you really? On your CPAP? Is that the highest you've gotten?
Wait, how does that work? Does the machine tell us to go to your phone or what?
No, it goes to your phone. It's awesome.
So you wake up and what's the worst you've gotten?
Sometimes if you rip it off by mistake, it just doesn't give you a rating.
Okay, that's fair.
But look, I'll show you. Maybe I didn't get a 95. It should just open up and ramp up.
No, 96.
96.
96.
6.5 hours.
Damn. Good for you.
My buddy has one too. It's turned into a weird competition.
I see. Okay.
You know me.
So this week on Ted vs. the FCC, it's another listener submission, and it goes something like this. Cooter cook cooks with country crock and stock in his crock pot while wearing Crocs in Cooter Coots country cabin.
Damn, dude, come on.
The way that we play Ted versus the FCC, and I'll take care of the dumb button because we'll need it.
What are you talking about?
Is one time
you have no
through
confidence
and 3 times fast. I know that.
I would say we could disconnect the dumb button. I feel that confident.
God, you do.
I do because I'm not running the board.
All right. Cooter cooks with country crock and stock in his crock pot while wearing Crocs in Cooter Coots country cabin.
3 times fast.
Cooter cooks country crock in a stock pot in a crock pot while wearing Crocs in Cooter Coots country cabin.
1.
Cooter cooks in country cock.
That's what the farm girls like, Ted.
That didn't sound bad coming out.
No. That's what you want to
Croc
eat.
has an R.
That's what you want to eat.
Just throwing that out there. Wow.
Okay, give me that thing. I have to do that one again next week. Good
Wow,
times.
I've never heard it described that way. Look, country version.
Coming up at 5:08, we will drink and toast with a shot of the day. You are listening to the Men's Room.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on Inaction News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, a family of 6 agrees that yes, the milk smells bad. But first, a bit of good news. And of course, it's from the good people at a Hope and a Prayer Foundation. A local 8-year-old cancer patient at Municipal Children's Hospital submitted a wish to the folks at a Hope and Prayer Foundation, and they answered his hope.
He's cancer-free?
Okay, the folks at a Hope and a Prayer Foundation answered one of his hopes, Felix.
So he still has cancer.
Well, yes, but he'd always wanted to meet Jeff Dunham, and Mr. Dunham was kind enough to oblige and visited young Billy at the hospital. Even did a personal performance for him.
Jeff Dunham. Why do I know that name?
Jeff Dunham, he's a comedian. He's best known for his stand-up act with his puppets.
Puppets? People like puppets.
Yes, I certainly hope so. Jeff is a ventriloquist, you see. Possibly the world's best-known ventriloquist. What, you don't like ventriloquists?
Well, it's not that bad, but I can talk with my mouth closed, too. Ain't nothing to it.
You can perform ventriloquism. You can throw your voice. You're telling me that you have this talent.
Yeah, man.
Okay, do it.
Do what?
Throw your voice.
Now?
Yes, Mr. Ventriloquist, if you can throw your voice or talk with your mouth closed, as you like to say, wow us with your ability.
Right now?
Yes, Felix, right now.
Okay, man. Can you hear me now, Playboy?
Oh, wow. Felix, I had no idea that you could do that.
That's what I was saying, man. I can talk with my mouth closed. I can do what Jeff Dunham does. I just don't like working with puppets. Puppets creep me out.
That's very impressive, Felix. You may have missed your calling. Bonnie, Bonnie, are you seeing this?
I'm sorry, am I seeing what? I've been stuck on the phone with Dolores in HR.
Felix, he can talk without even opening his mouth.
It's impossible to talk without opening your mouth.
That's what I thought, but Felix literally just did it. It's very impressive.
But it's impossible to talk without opening your mouth.
I understand that you believe that, Bonnie, but we can show you. Felix, if you would, do it again for Bonnie.
Do what for Bonnie?
Talk with your mouth closed, Felix.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
I heard him! Oh my gosh, I have ESP!
Bonnie, you do not have ESP. Felix was talking with his mouth closed.
It's impossible to talk with your mouth closed.
You keep saying that. It's ventriloquism, Bonnie.
I've seen ventriloquists. They're really good, but you can still see their mouth moves a little bit, even someone as gifted as Jeff Dunham.
You're telling me that you think that you have ESP.
I know I do. I just heard Felix.
Can you still hear me, Bonnie?
Oh my gosh, yes! Bonnie, cheese and rice, I can hear him too.
You have ESP too?
No!
Obviously, Stone has ESP because it's impossible to talk without opening your mouth.
That's what I keep telling him, but he doesn't believe me.
He's a sad little man.
Okay, stop! Bonnie, Felix is a ventriloquist. And Felix, stop trying to convince Bonnie that she has ESP.
Well, how can she hear me if she doesn't have ESP?
I can hear you too!
We both have ESP. That's why you can hear him too.
This is ridiculous.
What am I thinking right now?
I have no idea, Bonnie. I do not have ESP. Just guess. You were thinking about winged goats eating a bucket of fried chicken on a Ferris wheel in Greece during a lightning storm. Oh my gosh, yes! You were actually thinking about winged goats eating a bucket of fried chicken on a Ferris wheel in Greece during a lightning storm.
I was thinking a thunderstorm, but yeah.
What are the odds, man?
I really do not know, Felix.
You really want to go to break now, don't you?
You read my mind, Bonnie.
I told you I have ESP! How else could I know that?
I have no idea. We'll be back next hour.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here. Exclusively on Inaction News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Did you know that in the United States, someone crashes their car 13 times every 60 seconds?
Wait, what?
Someone crashes their car 13 times every minute here in the United States.
Well, damn, take their license.
Well, they're car accidents, Felix.
Exactly. They're not fit to drive, Stone.
You've never been in a car accident.
Of course, I've been in a car accident. I've been in 3 car accidents in my entire life.
Well, then you understand that accidents do happen.
Yeah, about 3 times in a lifetime. But who crashes the car 13 times every 60 seconds? That is ridiculous, Stone, and I think their license should be taken away.
Felix, okay, it's not the same person crashing their car 13 times every minute.
You literally said someone crashes a car 13 times every 60 seconds.
I didn't mean one specific person, Felix. That's a statistic. Every 60 seconds, 13 different people have gotten into a car accident.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Felix, I'm trying to do a public service announcement reminding people not to text and drive. Why do you always have to derail everything?
My bad, Playboy. Yeah, everybody don't text and drive. Seriously, Stone, that's all you have to say.
Please join us at Inaction News on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Oh, hi. Congratulations for being you. You have one job. Go and subscribe to the YouTube channel and social media pages at Inaction News. I did it slowly for you.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up here until 5:08, we will drink and toast with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check out with Mike Hogg and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on. And since Mike Hogg is not here, I will be working on the stories.
But you're not
working on them.
I worked on these today.
Wait, hey.
I like how you take the ones you don't work on.
He's not working on them. I am.
So we can hit you with questions.
You can. Yes.
All right.
Maybe I'll know the answer. Maybe I won't. I'm going to give it a shot.
Like you prepped having the stories. Mike does that. He's just ain't working on it.
That's right. Okay. Let's start with the Olympics. An Australian reporter covering the Winter Olympics has issued a public apology for slurring her words on a live broadcast and being drunk on camera. Danica Mason said she totally misjudged the effects of having alcohol before her Wednesday appearance on Channel 9's Today Show, explaining the following day that the cold and altitude, not having dinner, probably did not help as well. Now on the broadcast, Mason veered off topic while discussing Olympic locations. Quote, literally like the price of coffee over here is actually fine. It's more than the price of coffee in the U.S. We're just going to have to get used to that. Next up, I'm not sure about iguanas. Where are we going with that one? Her studio host tried to deflect the comments, telling viewers that cold weather can sometimes affect how people speak.
It can.
But on Thursday's broadcast, Mason issued a live apology, taking full responsibility for her actions. She says, it's not the standard I set myself. So in saying that, I'm genuinely really sorry. And I'm thanking everyone for those messages that I've received as well.
Yeah, I'm not here to judge.
So, right. Like, she has no history of this. Look. She made a choice to have a few drinks before she did that broadcast.
Sure.
Right? But I do think in her defense, like, I think that adds up.
Well,
higher altitude, you didn't eat dinner. So, like, Like, you could tell she's drunk, but, like, I don't know. I kind of believe her that, like, I don't think she thought she was getting, like, hammered.
Also, that live
I
hit,
do believe that. If you think you're getting hammered, you would stop. But the problem with it is you don't know that you're getting hammered.
And I know that
I've heard.
You know, if you're going out to dinner, I mean, who knows? That live hit could have been 7 a.m. in Australia. She might have been in Italy at 9, 10 p.m. After dinner and a glass of wine, or you never know. I don't know. I just give her a benefit of the doubt based on her good looks.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny when you see the two freeze frames next to each other, you can tell which one she's had the cocktails in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Some heroes don't wear capes or life jackets. A man who says he cannot swim dove into Lake Michigan anyway this week after spotting a baby in a stroller that was blown into the water and over a retaining wall.
That is fair, yes.
Then somehow he kept them both alive. Again, he cannot swim. Police say a strong gust of wind, which is, pretty common in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Sent the 8-month-old stroller into the water in Belmont Harbor around 3 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon, triggering screams from the woman with a child. Now, hearing the cries, Lo Cundiff jumped right in. I wasn't going to let that baby die. That's crazy, he told CBS News in Chicago from his hospital bed.
No.
Well, the water's freezing, and that he and the infant dipped a couple times underwater, recalling a point when he doubted how long he could hang on and reach for the baby's hand. There were a few times where I didn't know if I was going to stay up long enough. Cundiff managed to keep the infant's head above water until others joined in and pulled them both out. Among those who helped retrieve him and the baby was local Louis Capost, who, just like any great Chicago man, hurled one end of his Chicago Cubs jacket to Cundiff so he could at least hold on and be tethered to be pulled back on shore.
What was the mom doing?
Well, I think she was just on the side of the retaining wall or the dock screaming.
Right. I just as a parent, and maybe it's just me, it's not just me. Man, you see your kid in danger, you're responding to it before you even realize you're doing it.
Yeah. Yep, that's true.
You end up in the water before you even realize you jumped over the retaining wall.
That
I'm just
like
saying,
I think Chicago is freezing.
I
mean,
know,
it's cold here today, but that's Chicago in the wind.
How big is the retaining wall?
I don't know, but the wind was strong enough, it just blew the stroller into the water.
I wonder if the stroller, if the back of the stroller was facing the retaining, if it just hit it and flipped the kid out.
Yeah.
I don't know. That seems crazy. It also seems a little wild to be out on that dock.
And terrifying.
Some fast food news for you guys. If you've ever been to a Burger King bathroom and witnessed something unfit for your delicate eyes, you could mention it to the manager, of course, or, as of now, you can call up the president of Burger King himself.
He's agreed to do that.
And no, it's not the Burger King. It is the actual president.
You mean like if I see Shock G in there having sex? Or if it's a dirty restaurant?
Anything. Any complaint you have with the Burger King, you can call the president.
Dude, that's almost unfair for the employee.
Burger King.
Here's the BKU update. Guests can now call or text Burger King President Tom Curtis directly to share their personal experiences and feedback. BK says Tom will personally take as many calls as he can fit into each day. And even message fans, every message will be reviewed and responded to. In a statement, Tom said, guests are our most important advisors, and there's nothing like hearing from them firsthand. So I'm excited to have an even greater opportunity to have live, open, and honest conversations. You can call Tom at 305-874-0520 anytime you have a problem at Burger King.
I wonder how long that's going to last before he's like, you know what, I made a mistake.
I'm going to
leave a message.
I'm sure it's a different phone.
Mm-hmm. It ain't a cell, that's for sure.
More fast food news. Chick-fil-A is
on the low.
Chick-fil-A is clarifying rumors about new menu items. You see, speculation has been swirling online about the chicken chain's plans for future menu items, and the restaurant is testing some new side dishes that pay homage to the brand's southern roots, featuring sweet potatoes, onions, potatoes, okra, and more as ingredients.
Okra.
A representative for Chick-fil-A says the brand has no plans for the rumored items to come to all Chick-fil-A outposts, but they're going to start with a few, and customers can grab them at select restaurants. As for the sides themselves, the post named 3 separate sweet potato sides, including sweet potato waffle fries,
all right,
sweet potato souffle, and sweet potato tater tots.
Sweet potato tots.
Yep, I've never had those.
I have. Buckley's had them for a while,
and
they might still have them.
Any good?
It's great. Yeah, if you like tots and sweet potatoes.
I like both of those things.
I like sweet potato fries.
Further sides include fried okra, crispy Brussels sprouts, and onion rings, and cornbread, also rounding out the menu.
All right, everything's fine. I would like to try everything on there except okra. Okra sucks.
I get the feeling they're going to roll the okra in the deep south first.
Yep.
You like okra?
Nah, I mean, it's fine in gumbo.
Right, gumbo, I get,
jambalaya.
but you don't taste it as much. But
Correct.
Because it's cooked down.
they used to serve that all the time in the cafeteria at AFL-CIO. And then they'd be like, well, it's cheese okra. Try it then. Just
Come on, man.
That's some of those old dudes I love with, man. They loved it.
Just give me the cheese.
Their restaurant recently added, believe it or not, 2 new menu items. You haven't seen them because they're only in Oklahoma and North Carolina. That would be the BLT and a sweet chili chicken sandwich.
Ooh.
Which doesn't sound bad at all.
You know, you'd think for a religious place they'd have a fish sandwich this time of year.
Oh, they're not,
You know what? That is a good point.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
I mean, everybody else is banging that drum right now.
Well, he's probably like, dude, I don't need to prove nothing.
Oh, they're not open on Sunday. Well, it's Friday.
Yeah, Friday's.
Yeah, Friday's fish day.
More food news for
Thanks.
you. They say as food costs rose in 2025, the number of frozen pizzas purchased surged through the ceiling.
Sure.
And the market size for the convenience meal is expected to continue growing into the next few years to come. And data from many of those frozen pizza purchases over the past few years reveal exactly which frozen pie brands Americans love the most.
Ooh, all right.
Also, keep in mind, a lot of this data is due to the price point.
Yeah.
As well as the
Okay.
quality.
All right. Okay.
So, Instacart data, they highlighted both the most popular frozen pizza brands among American consumers and the fastest growing companies in the market that are on the upswing. Okay? So, after reviewing the numbers, the 50-year-old brand Red Baron earned the number 1 spot. Number 2, any guesses?
Well, Red Baron also, those pizzas used to kind of suck.
Not anymore.
They got a lot better. And, like, even in this state, like, generally they're like $5 or $6.
Yeah, they're not expensive.
I mean, I have one in my freezer at almost all times just in case.
Yeah.
Is it
number 2?
Rail, whatever?
It's DiGiorno.
DiGiorno.
Oh,
Have you had their thin crust one?
I have not.
Yes.
It is good.
I might have to do frozen pizza night coming up, man.
Third place, any guesses? This is
Is it another fancy one?
Nope.
Tell
This
me
is
Mama Celeste.
bottom of the barrel, but it's good.
Totino's.
Yes.
The party pizza?
Totino's
Okay.
Party Pizza. They say a brand most teenagers like. I like them too. Midwestern favorite Jack's came in 4th place.
I see them all the time. I've
you?
never bought one. When's the last time you had a party pizza, Miles?
A couple weeks ago.
Nice.
Yeah. They're,
I still kind of wish
One of
they
my
were
favorites.
round, though.
You still wish what?
They were round.
no, I like them square. I like that. I think it's more pizza.
The one thing I will give
They
them.
don't cut corners, Dad.
It's like you don't eat that because you want pizza. You want Totino's. You know what I mean? It's so distinct taste. It's like, I'm a dude for Totino's. This is not a pizza substitute.
Their number 1 seller is still pizza rolls.
Sure, of course.
But I'm telling you, man, it doesn't even really taste like pizza. It's just its own incarnation.
That's what I mean.
of
Like
pizza.
you want that specifically.
I would also say sometimes they just seem so small. It's like, I'm just having a pizza snack.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it is a snack.
So, in addition to the most purchased brands on its app during the designated period, Instacart identified the frozen pizza companies that grew the most in the same year. Some of the results aren't surprising. DiGiorno and Red Baron, again, they ranked 1st and 3rd respectively in growth. However, 2nd place went to a craft pizza company, Screamin' Sicilian.
Yeah, those
I've
are
seen
pretty
it.
good. I've had them.
Okay. Also on the growing pizza brands list are Motor City Pizza Company.
Oh, that's the frozen one I've had from Costco.
They do the Detroit style mostly.
Yeah,
that's the Motor City.
they're pretty damn good.
Home Run Inn Pizza. Don't know if I know that one.
Never heard it.
Brew Pub Pizza.
Nope.
Porta, Bellatoria, and Milton's. Those are the ones that are the up-and-coming frozen pizzas.
Oh, so the one I'm buying is going to hell then. Is it Rao or a?
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that's just like, yeah, I mean, like,
It's in the green box, right?
Freschetta
Right.
is still a little more expensive.
Sure. I'm really in the mood for a frozen pizza now.
Get a frozen pizza tonight, dude.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's effortless, yeah.
Okay. Onto the friendly skies, and a company out of Seattle you know is Expedia. According to a list of their key air hacks, Fridays, believe it or not, are now the best day to book a flight. Best day to book.
Oh.
And the best day to fly internationally. So if you're going to fly internationally, do it on a Friday. If you're going to book anything, do it on a Friday. It's about 8% cheaper than Sunday, which is the most expensive day. Tuesday is the cheapest day still to fly domestically. So buy the ticket on a Friday, fly on a Tuesday, which also makes sense under the previous thinking, being a low volume day. In fact, Expedia says Tuesday is the least busy day to fly. It's also up to 14% cheaper than flying on a Sunday. Now, the cheapest month to fly is August, with fares 30% cheaper than in December.
That is good to know, because I have to fly to the East Coast. And
I think that it's got to be part of it, though, is I think it's when it's summertime, you generally drive to your destination.
Yep.
Yeah.
February is the least busy month to fly, so right now, July is the busiest. The slowest individual dates are February 25th, March 4th, and November 18th. Peak dates, for some reason, May 22nd, July 3rd, which makes sense, and August 29th.
Piece of
Labor
advice.
Day, okay.
If you like a non-crowded airport, fly on the 4th.
Yeah,
I flew back last year in the afternoon. Now, it sucks because I missed all the fireworks and everything.
Yeah.
Quite lovely, though.
Oh, man. Higher in the sky, a top NASA official has issued a sobering reality check. Earth remains dangerously exposed to a hidden fleet of roughly 15,000 undetected asteroids, each capable of wiping out a major city off the map. Speaking to the American Association for the Advancement of Science in Phoenix, NASA Planetary Defense Officer Kelly Fast admitted that while we have a firm grip on the massive planet killers, the mid-sized rocks are slipping through the cracks. She says, "This is what keeps me up at night. The asteroids we don't know about first." According to a report from the Daily Star and the Times of London, the primary concern isn't the giant objects or the tiny debris hitting us all the time. Instead, the danger lies in the interstellar in-betweeners, rocks measuring roughly 500 feet across. These city killers are large enough to survive atmospheric entry and cause catastrophic regional damage. Yet they're small enough to evade our current surveillance net.
Yeah, I mean, you don't lose
I see.
sleep over because that's not happening a lot. Has not happened since any of us have been alive. And also, she's not wrong, but you got to remember when you break down where cities are located on this planet, how much of this planet is ocean. If 25 of them came crashing to Earth, maybe 2 would even hit land, and it is very unlikely they would hit a city.
But they would produce a tsunami.
Here's my question.
For sure.
All right, so if so that's like what, a little over a football field and a half?
Yeah.
So if that hit the middle of the city, why would it wipe out a whole city?
The whole thing, just the impact.
So would it be like a huge explosion?
Yeah, I mean, you got to think, one, you got to remember how fast they're going. And typically these things are made out of solid iron, right? So they weigh a ridiculous amount. It's moving that fast, so it hits downtown Seattle. I mean, I think Everett would probably be gone. Tacoma would get a lot.
Oh, really?
Bro, if something that big, moving that fast, made of that material, right, slams into the ground, think about like Crater Lake, right?
All right.
You think how big it is. I don't remember. You should Google how big they believe the rock is that made it. It's not very big.
Yeah. And you've been there, so you know.
I've been there. It's breathtaking.
Numbers are staggering. Of the estimated 25,000 city killers lurking in our cosmic backyard, we can only identify about 40%. So the remaining 60% are effectively invisible because they orbit the sun alongside Earth, often staying tucked away in the sun's glare where they cannot reflect light. She noted that the awkward size makes them nearly impossible to track, even with the best telescopes. Now, to bridge this defense gap, NASA is preparing for a high-stakes scouting mission. Next year, the agency plans to launch the Near-Earth Object Surveyor Space Telescope. That's a specialized craft designated to hunt for thermal signatures rather than visible light. The most immediate danger on NASA's watch list isn't even headed to Earth, at least not yet. Scientists are now sounding the alarm over asteroid 2024 YR4, which is also a city killer that has been under intense surveillance for the last 2 years. New trajectory models reveal a startling 4% probability this massive space rock could slam into the moon in 2032.
I mean, look, they're not wrong, but I don't sweat 4%. I just don't.
Yep.
I mean, the dinosaurs are the last one to really, take it on the chin, so to speak. It's just not something. They're not wrong. I just don't think it's anything to lose sleep over.
Airline staff in Vegas say a woman who couldn't get her dog
I'm
cleared.
scared. All right, I'm scared. Probably not going to sleep tonight. Sleep score's going to suck.
It's going to hit your apartment.
Number 9
directly.
Thanks, Miles.
Airline staff in Vegas say a woman who couldn't get her dog cleared as a service animal simply left him tied to a metal baggage sizer at an airport ticket counter.
Damn.
And walked off to her gate. Police say 26-year-old Jermaine Bryson was denied a boarding pass at the JetBlue counter at Harry Reid International on the 2nd after failing to provide the required paperwork. Then allegedly abandoned the Golden Doodle and headed toward security. Now, according to a Facebook post from the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, when officers found her at the boarding gate and asked her why she abandoned the dog, she said the airline would not allow her to fly with it and claimed the dog had a tracking device, implying it was acceptable to leave the animal behind.
That is not how that
works. And it would be returned to her. So, police body cam video shows Bryson claiming she went to the gate to rebook her flight. Then she became hostile and resisted officers' attempts to detain her. She was arrested and faces misdemeanor counts, including animal abandonment, animal abuse, resisting a public officer, and providing false statements. Now, the 2-year-old dog, he was cared for by airport staff and officers, then transferred to a county animal protection service. After 10 days went by without the owner returning for the dog, even though she was
10 days?
She was called an email. It was placed with Retriever Rescue of Vegas, which named him Jet Blue. They said he licked our faces, wagged his tail, and jumped all over us, according to Daniel Roth. She's the nonprofit founder. Roth says they have received more than 300 inquiries from people who want to adopt Jet Blue. We need to be sure that he will never, ever go through anything like that ever again.
So basically, she left the dog behind because she's a bitch.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And an idiot.
I mean, I don't think anybody's going to pick him up and then leave him at another airport. So, yeah, I think the dog's not going to go through that again.
Yes. And one final story for you. Florida residents claim coconut thieves are stealing from their trees.
Son of a bitch.
Residents in Hollywood, Florida have reported incidents of a man removing coconuts from their homes. Photos were even shared on Nextdoor, that neighborhood-focused social network thing,
yeah,
for sharing safety alerts and everything else, of a man in an unmarked cherry picker truck removing coconuts randomly from the neighborhoods, according to the outlet. A woman told CBS that several of her coconut palms have been repeatedly stripped. We feel disrespected and violated. They are stealing our coconuts, she said. CBS wrote that Hollywood police told the outlet that they have not received an official report, they have no suspects, and don't know anything about the neighborhood coconut thief.
Coconut thief.
Yes, exactly. All right, let's see here. Headlines are coming up at 5:50, but first, Ted, have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink test and Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast Britain's Daily Mail. Now, look, as a space nerd, thank you, Miles, for going to the asteroid stuff. As a space nerd, I was excited to read the article about NASA's James Webb Telescope and how it observed our solar system's 7th planet from the sun for a full rotation, revealing the inner workings of its upper atmosphere for the first time. Now, I'm just going to assume you're less of a dork than I am, so I'm not going to bore you with any more details, but we're
Is that the one in West Virginia? The James Webb?
James Webb is actually orbiting.
Oh, it's
It
orbiting.
is up in
Gotcha,
space.
got it.
But we're toasting the Daily Mail for its eye-catching headline, and I quote, "See Uranus like never before." Now, I know what you're thinking. Yes, I am a child, but I'll always find it funny. Oddly enough, as this is going on, some of the other Uranus headlines include, Uranus emits more heat than previously thought. New research challenges classification of Uranus. And one of my favorites, a day on Uranus just got 28 seconds longer. Yeah, that's right, girl. So
we toast Uranus.
We're toasting Uranus. And the British headline there, again, where the hell is it? See Uranus like never before. And yes, I clicked on it.
Ooh.
Yeah, like never before. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
Mm-hmm. All right, your winner on a Bad Choice Friday coming up next.
From coast to coast, and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on Inaction News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, a family of 6 agrees that yes, the milk smells bad. But first, a bit of good news. And of course, it's from the good people at a Hope and a Prayer Foundation. A local 8-year-old cancer patient at Municipal Children's Hospital submitted a wish to the folks at a Hope and Prayer Foundation, and they answered his hope.
He's cancer-free?
Okay, the folks at a Hope and a Prayer Foundation answered one of his hopes, Felix.
So he still has cancer?
Well, yes, but he had always wanted to meet Jeff Dunham, and Mr. Dunham was kind enough to oblige and visited young Billy at the hospital. Even did a personal performance for him.
Jeff Dunham. Why do I know that name?
Jeff Dunham, he's a comedian. He's best known for his stand-up act with his puppets.
Puppets? People like puppets?
Yes, I certainly hope so. Jeff is a ventriloquist, you see. Possibly the world's best-known ventriloquist. What, you don't like ventriloquists?
Well, it's not that bad, but I can talk with my mouth closed, too. Ain't nothing to it.
You can perform ventriloquism. You can throw your voice. You're telling me that you have this talent.
Yeah, man.
Okay, throw it.
Do what?
Throw your voice.
Now?
Yes, Mr. Ventriloquist, if you can throw your voice or talk with your mouth closed, as you like to say, wow us with your ability.
Right now?
Yes, Felix, right now.
Okay, man. Can you hear me now, Playboy?
Oh, wow. Felix, I had no idea that you could do that.
That's what I was saying, man. I can talk with my mouth closed. I can do what Jeff Dunham does. I just don't like working with puppets. Puppets creep me out.
That's very impressive, Felix. You may have missed your calling. Bonnie, Bonnie, are you seeing this?
I'm sorry, am I seeing what? I've been stuck on the phone with Dolores in HR.
Felix, he can talk without even opening his mouth.
It's impossible to talk without opening your mouth.
That's what I thought, but Felix literally just did it. It's very impressive.
But it's impossible to talk without opening your mouth.
I understand that you believe that, Bonnie, but we can show you. Felix, if you would, do it again for Bonnie.
Do what for Bonnie?
Talk with your mouth closed, Felix.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
I heard him! Oh my gosh, I have ESP!
Bonnie, you do not have ESP. Felix was talking with his mouth closed.
It's impossible to talk with your mouth closed.
You keep saying that. It's ventriloquism, Bonnie.
I've seen ventriloquists. They're really good, but you can still see their mouth moves a little bit, even someone as gifted as Jeff Dunham.
You're telling me that you think that you have ESP?
I know I do. I just heard Felix.
Can you still hear me, Bonnie?
Oh my gosh, yes! Bonnie, cheese and rice, I can hear him too.
You have ESP too?
No!
Obviously, Stone has ESP because it's impossible to talk without opening your mouth.
That's what I keep telling him, but he doesn't believe me.
He's a sad little man.
Okay, stop! Bonnie, Felix is a ventriloquist. And Felix, stop trying to convince Bonnie that she has ESP.
Well, how can she hear me if she doesn't have ESP?
I can hear you too!
We both have ESP. That's why you can hear him too.
This is ridiculous.
What am I thinking right now?
I have no idea, Bonnie. I do not have ESP.
Just guess.
You were thinking about winged goats eating a bucket of fried chicken on a Ferris wheel in Greece during a lightning storm.
Oh my gosh, yes!
You were actually thinking about winged goats eating a bucket of fried chicken on a Ferris wheel in Greece during a lightning storm.
I was thinking a thunderstorm, but yeah.
What are the odds, man?
I really do not know, Felix.
You really want to go to break now, don't you?
You read my mind, Bonnie.
I told you I have ESP! How else could I know that?
I have no idea. We'll be back next hour.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on Inaction News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Did you know that in the United States, someone crashes their car 13 times every 60 seconds?
Wait, what?
Someone crashes their car 13 times every minute here in the United States.
Well, damn, take the license.
Well, they're car accidents, Felix.
Exactly. They're not fit to drive, Stone.
You've never been in a car accident.
Of course, I've been in a car accident. I've been in 3 car accidents in my entire life.
Well, then you understand that accidents do happen.
Yeah, about 3 times in a lifetime. But who crashes the car 13 times every 60 seconds? That is ridiculous, Stone, and I think the license should be taken away.
Felix, okay, it's not the same person crashing their car 13 times every minute.
You literally said someone crashes a car 13 times every 60 seconds.
I didn't mean one specific person, Felix. That's a statistic. Every 60 seconds, 13 different people have gotten into a car accident.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Felix, I'm trying to do a public service announcement reminding people not to text and drive. Why do you always have to derail everything?
My bad, Playboy. Yeah, everybody don't text and drive. Seriously, Stone, that's all you have to say.
Please join us at Inaction News on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Oh, hi. Congratulations for being you. You have one job. Go and subscribe to the YouTube channel and social media pages at Inaction News. I did it slowly for you.
sports in here about what's easiest and what's hardest.
As far as what it does to your body and the physical toll, or like the mental aspects of the game. Because I would challenge anyone to say that baseball, although there's a lot of standing around, it's a very difficult sport to play. As far as the skill level involved of what you're doing. Because you're on offense and you're on defense.
You
as a player.
don't do much, but when you're called to action, right.
But that doesn't mean it's physical.
Hitting a fastball, hitting a home run might be the hardest thing in sports. So I don't know. Look, they just asked them. I don't know how they ranked them. You're not gonna like this list, Miles.
Okay.
Because they start with the easiest sports. Number 10, golf.
So are they saying that is the easiest?
There's
or is number one the easiest?
Number one's the easiest.
All right. So golf is as far as the sport goes, yes, it's a sport. The one thing I'll say about golf is every time you play the sport, you're playing on a different field, and none of those fields are alike. So the challenge is you still have the same obstacles. A lot of them are present, and some are not. But either way, you've got to work your way through those obstacles. The reason I do it is because I want to walk 7.5 miles on the weekends.
Yeah.
Just, get my exercise on, drink some beers while I'm doing it. Not smoking weed now because it's Lent, but,
Well, I think the other thing, too, is that golf is always going to be there look, golf is a very hard sport once you get into it, but anybody can play golf.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? That's why you see old people playing golf, kids play golf.
Can you do it well? Right?
I'm just saying for this list, I can see why it's on there.
The best thing about golf is, for me, is it's a sport you can play for life. As long as you don't have back issues or anything keep you from swinging a club, you can play it until you die.
All right, next on the easy list, they had cheerleading.
Well, man, look, how high they throw up some of the ladies and all that stuff. I mean, that's basically just aerial gymnastics.
It is.
I'd have a better chance of playing golf than cheerleading, though. If you pulled me out of the seat right now and said, look, I'm not going to play golf well, but I'm not going to get anybody hurt.
I mean, I think, again, as you hear the list go on, you'll see, it's kind of hard, right? Like, I don't know how you rank these.
I kind of
some
get
of them,
where they're coming from.
Right, because then it's roller skating, which if you know how to roller skate, sure. Then equestrian. Now, to me, controlling a horse would be very hard.
I wouldn't want to do that.
No.
I'd rather go roller skating.
They said archery is one of the easier sports. Again.
I guess, look, if you're qualified to be in the sport, you could argue that archery is easy. I got to just hit the target. Yeah.
Curling makes the easy list. I will say this. Curling looks super easy. I told you I have friends that curl up at that club on off 99.
Yeah.
It's tougher than you think.
Yeah. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it probably wouldn't be in the Olympics. And, the one argument I always make, and I've said this to you before, Ted, and we typically agree, I'm like, look, if a sport looks hard, the person doing it is not very good at it.
Correct.
Right? You watch tennis on TV. I'm like, well, I could do that. No, you couldn't. They're that good. If a sport looks difficult when you're watching it, that person is not very good at that sport.
Bowling makes the list.
Come on. We've all been bowling. Who here is throwing over even a 270? That's a perfect game.
No. Right. I mean, I think it's hard to be a good bowler, but again, these are sports anybody can do. Same with golf, right? Shooting.
Well, sure.
Okay.
At the end of the day, you don't have to be good at it. Just point it forward and send it down range. Billiards. Pool. Again, that has to be just because, it doesn't mean you're good.
I got a pool table at home. I was killing some time Saturday, Sunday, one of the 2 days. I was shooting. It's not as easy as it looks.
Yeah.
And I'm not terrible at it, but there's just some shots where I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
No.
Right?
Yeah. Do you ever use the bridge?
Every once in a while. In a while, I break out the bridge. And I have to use the short stick more than anything just because the way our walls are on the sides of the pool table.
Yeah.
So if you're on one side, the one side, you almost have to break out the short stick. And every time I don't, I miss the shot. I'm like, dude, I got this. Just do a weird angle. No. Grab the short stick. Take the extra 8 seconds it's going to take.
We always use the bridge, but then some people are like, you can't use that.
Oh, yes, you can.
That's why it's there.
Anybody who owns a pool table say, please do not destroy the felt. Use the damn bridge.
Freaking bridge.
Don't try Marseille. Don't try any of that crap. Don't ruin my table.
All right, going back to more of these kind of sports. They're sports, but you're kind of just doing. What do you think is the number one easiest sport?
Easiest.
Anybody can do it. Generally, if you do it, somebody probably taught you when you were young.
So it's not darts.
I was going to say darts. So taught you when you were young. And it's not bowling, which to me, as far as that kind of criteria will go.
I bet if you're a good bowler, you probably do this one too.
Cornhole.
Fishing.
Oh, okay. I mean, well.
Well, it doesn't mean you're going to catch fish, but it's easy to throw a line in the water.
It's easy to sit there and wait. Right.
I mean, there's some skill set to it if you're in a competition and you're thrown into holes and trying to find where they are.
Obviously.
Trying to get the bigger ones.
There is. I think a lot of fishing, too, is just being smarter about little signs you can look for. Same with hunting, right? Like generally, it's just people that are really good at it just know where to go, what the tides are going to do, what this
And they do it
does.
enough to know. You have to do it.
Well,
you can't
that's
just
it.
go out and
It's like the kicker judging the wind, right?
That's why you have a captain, take you out on a boat because they know where the fish are. And if they don't, one of their buddies who's a captain's already radioing them in and telling them where to go.
Somebody here says pickleball. You would think pickleball's like ping pong, or it's like you could just keep hitting the ball back and forth, but if you get competitive, you'd be shocked how quote unquote difficult it gets.
Pickleball also depends on who you're playing with.
I played against my father-in-law, and it's a management. Ended out of the hospital, whole nine. It's the one physical thing he does. I'm like, I got his ass. Well, it turns out he plays a lot.
Yep.
And, bro, I'm telling in theory, it is very, very simple. It's like ping pong. So if you're just there to volley the ball back and forth, you can do that for hours. Once you realize you're in a competition and the other person's trying to win, some of the things they can do, how they hit it, where it bounces, all this, it's anyone can play
It's
it.
kind of like racquetball.
Sure.
Right? Like
bounce it off the wall, just hit it back.
Yeah. I played an old timer once at my uncle's gym, and I was like 19.
Did he smoke your ass?
Yeah, and he barely moved.
That's one sport that's
their
just
feet don't move.
Yeah.
Right. That's a sport that's dropped off the cliff in my lifetime.
Yeah.
That used to
racquetball.
be all the rage. Especially when you're living in cold winter areas, people who like to play tennis want to play racquetball. Racquetball's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard on your joints.
Sure.
All right, let's get to the hardest sports. Bottom of the list, they say soccer out of 10.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you're not using your hand unless you're the goalie, right?
Correct. Again, that's one of those sports until I started playing it. You're like, how hard can it be? But it is incredibly hard to just take a touch off a throw in or a goal kick, or to just wait passes. And what I mean, like,
right, to control
how
the ball.
far do you kick it out? How light do you pass
What
it?
a catch a pass. I have someone bam this thing to you, and the way you catch it off your chest, it just drops to your foot.
And Americans are, just sport-wise, hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
Hand-eye coordination.
Which is not necessarily, it's a completely different mechanism if you have not played it. You have to learn how to use your legs and your feet.
And I'm stealing this from Trevor Noah. He was talking. He plays in a pickup soccer game on Sunday. Also, Americans, we can't get out of our head that it can go backwards. All our sports go forward.
Yeah.
Whereas like cricket, you can hit it backwards. Soccer, you could drop passes back. But like Americans, like if
We
you're
don't
playing
think to do
when
it.
you're playing in pickup games, Americans do not like to drop it back.
Right. Well, not only that, but even in baseball, if something happens, you have to throw left-handed to first base, even if it's just from second base or from the second base position. It's going to be pretty tough. I'd throw it underhanded, but a
lot of them do.
With soccer, you're hitting left-footed balls, you're hitting right-footed balls, you're curving it, you're flaring it. That's
Next on the list of hardest sports, they have baseball and softball.
I would say baseball more than softball, but softball is just.
Yeah,
fast pitch different.
I was going to say,
fast pitch
if
is
we're talking
They're talking.
fast
I think they're
pitch.
talking
Yeah.
fast pitch,
Yeah.
not beer league
recreational.
slow pitch.
which is still dangerous.
It is. It is. Especially when people don't know what they're doing as much. When you play in a league of slow pitch softball, people know where to hit it and where not to. But sometimes
People like me playing.
Doesn't
don't.
mean every pitcher out there shouldn't have a caged helmet on.
next on the list of hardest sports, gymnastics.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Christ,
physically,
man.
Yeah,
I mean, any of it. They
how
said
many-
balance beam. Like, I can't even keep my. I could walk across a balance beam 7 out of 10 times. Walk across it. But they're like, okay, we got to stop in the middle, right? Jump up, kick your leg out. Like, done.
How
I'm out.
many different disciplines are there in gymnastics? I know they're different from men and from women, but
I have no idea.
I mean,
I know,
there's
but there's
the
like you go
tumble,
like
the balance
six or
beam.
7, right? I mean, the men,
There might be more than
men
that.
do the rings, women don't do that.
That's strength.
Yeah,
There's
but
uneven bars, parallel bars,
right.
just the
floor
flat
routines.
one. Then there's the pommel horse.
There's one where you run and you hit the ramp and you leap yourself in the air, like
Yeah.
None
For
of
the
them
ladies.
look easy to me.
Next on the list, tennis.
Sure.
I would put gymnastics above tennis.
Yeah.
The one thing that gymnastics has over tennis, as far as being quote unquote easier, and by no means am I saying it easy, it's all about you, right? So if you can master your routine and get your muscle memory, you can execute these things, hopefully. Tennis, I got to deal with somebody else, right? Just the idea, one, when you realize how hard and fast they hit the ball, the spin they put on it, and you determine the spin after it touches the court, right? So, I mean, and some of those, when they serve, it's like, honest to God, if if I stood out there and you had a professional tennis player serve the ball at me, I would go into the fetal position.
It would
before I tried to hit
be
that thing.
frightening.
Yeah, there's no chance I would try to hit that back.
Then you get it kind of into the usual suspects that I would think about. 6th on the list of hardest sports, martial arts.
Well, yeah, sure.
Right? It just takes so long, so many years. It is.
And then even if you're good at it, the guy across from you is probably equally as good.
Yeah, here's one I will contend of all the sports I played, and I only did this for a year in high school, wrestling.
Wrestling, yeah.
Oh, it kicks your ass.
It's so hard. I mean, I had a buddy, he played varsity baseball, he played varsity football, and then I remember he started wrestling. He's like, this is the worst. Like, this is, and these were just practices. He was like, this is worse than conditioning I've done in both those other sports.
I think the thing that people misunderstand about that, it's brute strength. It's like all of this is calculated. Right?
Yeah.
These are specific. It's not like they just came up with this move out of the air to get this guy down. Like all of this stuff's calculated, and once you realize that, like I want no part of that.
Even in high school, man, you might have a guy that's 6'4". He's an offensive tackle on the football team. He's just a beast.
Yeah, Russell.
I would rather take my chances with him than the guy that wrestles 125.
Mm-hmm. Little scrappy dudes.
Yeah, he'll kill you.
Next on the list, basketball.
Sure.
I will say, I
think wrestling's harder than basketball.
Basketball's in that odd zone of skill. That's why I'm shocked that it's above baseball.
It's a fitness level thing.
It's hard to. It's like I don't think people realize when you watch the NBA, like they get bored, and I get it. But those guys are so big now, and they make it seem so easy to hit those threes. It is not.
Look at to give people an idea. Like college basketball to me is more exciting to watch than NBA.
Yeah,
but look at the final scores to get an idea of how good they are. NBA on average is almost 30 points higher. Like these guys don't miss.
Next on the list, football for toughest sports.
Tough, yeah, but again, just based on the position you play.
Well, line play is always going to be hard and demanding, but I say this all the time. You got somebody really mouthing off about a receiver. Like, dude, go. First of all, you probably haven't sprinted in forever. Go on a dead sprint. We'll drop this ball. Like, let's say I got Miles out there, right? Miles got an arm on him. But Miles going to drop right in your. The chances of you catching that with no defenders or anything are slim.
Well, as far as trauma goes, I mean, it's that in hockey. As far as your head.
Next on the list,
soccer works.
Next on the list, ice hockey.
Yeah, because you could die.
I mean, it's collision.
A skate could cut your artery in your throat.
Yeah,
and it's happened.
And you could fight.
Yep.
All right, what do you think number one
in the
is?
Olympics?
What do you think number one is?
MMA?
Hardest play. No, we already did martial arts.
Oh, so that wasn't that.
But it's close to that. It's a combat sport.
Boxing. Is it boxing?
Boxing's number one, and I think boxing always is going to make that list, honestly.
Just back to head trauma.
Well, also, most people don't understand the hardest thing about boxing. When I was doing that boxing match, I forget whose quote it was, but just like, look, when you're not in the gym, there's nobody there. You know what I mean? Like, so everything you eat, everything you drink, if you're supposed to do your road work on your own, like it's a very solitary sport. So mentally, it is incredibly hard too. And then, like most people's reaction when they get hit, it's not to punch back. And, you know what I mean? So it's
I don't want to get hit again.
And it's hard. Like I will still say to this day, I think that a boxer is arguably the top athlete in the world. Just if you've never done
just
it,
conditioning.
3 minutes does not sound long. It is the longest 3 minutes of your life, followed up by the quickest.
And
minute
one thing
of
I
your
would say
life.
about boxing, you're called a great boxer. Just keep in mind what it's about. You're a great boxer if you can beat your opponent unconscious more often than you can.
Main thing I want to remind people this weekend, you do have your Sounders starting. That season starts Sunday night. There's some EPL, obviously, Arsenal and Tottenham. But hey, 5:10 a.m.
5:10.
Get up.
Not setting that alarm, dude.
Watch it live. It's been 16 years, I think, since we played Canada in a final. We lost that one. Bring that gold medal home, boys.
Yep.
Men's hockey final, 5:10 a.m. Olympics. Watch it.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on Inaction News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Tonight, a family of 6 agrees that yes, the milk smells bad. But first, a bit of good news. And of course, it's from the good people at a Hope and a Prayer Foundation. A local 8-year-old cancer patient at Municipal Children's Hospital submitted a wish to the folks at a Hope and Prayer Foundation, and they answered his hope.
He's cancer-free?
Okay, the folks at a Hope and a Prayer Foundation answered one of his hopes, Felix.
So he still has cancer?
Well, yes, but he'd always wanted to meet Jeff Dunham, and Mr. Dunham was kind enough to oblige and visited young Billy at the hospital. Even did a personal performance for him.
Jeff Dunham. Why do I know that name?
Jeff Dunham. He's a comedian. He's best known for his stand-up act with his puppets.
Puppets? People like puppets.
Yes, I certainly hope so. Jeff is a ventriloquist, you see. Possibly the world's best-known ventriloquist. What, you don't like ventriloquists?
Well, it's not that, man, but I can talk with my mouth closed, too. Ain't nothing to it.
You can perform ventriloquism. You can throw your voice. You're telling me that you have this talent.
Yeah, man.
Okay, do it.
Do what?
Throw your voice.
Now?
Yes, Mr. Ventriloquist, if you can throw your voice or talk with your mouth closed, as you like to say, wow us with your ability.
Right now?
Yes, Felix, right now.
Okay, man. Can you hear me now, Playboy?
Oh, wow. Felix, I had no idea that you could do that.
That's what I was saying, man. I can talk with my mouth closed. I can do what Jeff Dunham does. I just don't like working with puppets. Puppets creep me out.
That's very impressive, Felix. You may have missed your calling. Bonnie, Bonnie, are you seeing this?
I'm sorry, am I seeing what? I've been stuck on the phone with Dolores in HR.
Felix, he can talk without even opening his mouth.
It's impossible to talk without opening your mouth.
That's what I thought, but Felix literally just did it. It's very impressive.
But it's impossible to talk without opening your mouth.
I understand that you believe that, Bonnie, but we can show you. Felix, if you would, do it again for Bonnie.
Do what for Bonnie?
Talk with your mouth closed, Felix.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
I heard him! Oh my gosh, I have ESP!
Bonnie, you do not have ESP. Felix was talking with his mouth closed.
It's impossible to talk with your mouth closed.
You keep saying that. It's ventriloquism, Bonnie.
I've seen ventriloquists. They're really good, but you can still see their mouth moves a little bit, even someone as gifted as Jeff Dunham.
You're telling me that you think that you have ESP?
I know I do. I just heard Felix.
Can you still hear me, Bonnie?
Oh my gosh, yes! Bonnie, cheese and rice, I can hear him too.
You have ESP too?
No!
Obviously, Stone has ESP because it's impossible to talk without opening your mouth.
That's what I keep telling him, but he doesn't believe me.
He's a sad little man.
Okay, stop! Bonnie, Felix is a ventriloquist. And Felix, stop trying to convince Bonnie that she has ESP.
Well, how can she hear me if she doesn't have ESP?
I can hear you too!
We both have ESP. That's why you can hear him too.
This is ridiculous.
What am I thinking right now?
I have no idea, Bonnie. I do not have ESP. Just guess. You were thinking about winged goats eating a bucket of fried chicken on a Ferris wheel in Greece during a lightning storm.
Oh my gosh, yes!
You were actually thinking about winged goats eating a bucket of fried chicken on a Ferris wheel in Greece during a lightning storm.
I was thinking a thunderstorm, but yeah.
What are the odds, man?
I really do not know, Felix.
You really want to go to break now, don't you?
You read my mind, Bonnie.
I told you I have ESP! How else could I know that?
I have no idea. We'll be back next hour.
From coast to coast and around the world. If it's not important, you'll hear it here, exclusively on Inaction News. Here now are Stone Ledbetter and Felix Foxworthy.
Did you know that in the United States, someone crashes their car 13 times every 60 seconds?
Wait, what?
Someone crashes their car 13 times every minute here in the United States.
Well, damn, take the license.
Well, they're car accidents, Felix.
Exactly. They're not fit to drive, Stone.
You've never been in a car accident.
Of course, I've been in a car accident. I've been in 3 car accidents in my entire life.
Well, then you understand that accidents do happen.
Yeah, about 3 times in a lifetime. But who crashes the car 13 times every 60 seconds? That is ridiculous, Stone, and I think the license should be taken away.
Felix, okay, it's not the same person crashing their car 13 times every minute.
You literally said someone crashes the car 13 times every 60 seconds.
I didn't mean one specific person, Felix. That's a statistic. Every 60 seconds, 13 different people have gotten into a car accident.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Felix, I'm trying to do a public service announcement reminding people not to text and drive. Why do you always have to derail everything?
My bad, Playboy. Yeah, everybody don't text and drive. Seriously, Stone, that's all you have to say.
Please join us at Inaction News on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. 2 Colorado Dine and Dashers picked the wrong restaurant to skip out on. Meanwhile, a Russian who wanted to go to jail threatens to blow up a hotel with a bomb. After a courthouse wedding didn't work out, a couple gets married at a funeral home instead. The debate about the correct showering technique starts with a head. And YouTube's very first video heads to a museum. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cock.
No, it's Thrill instead. All right, look, if you ever wanted to pull the old dine and dash at a restaurant, maybe we suggest that you not do it in the state of Colorado because 2 Colorado restaurant staffers, they've been arrested and are facing assault charges after confronting 2 customers who they suspect of skipping out on a $100 tab. Just so you understand, it's not like this just happened out in the parking lot. So we go to Fraser, Colorado, where Ezekiel Villapenaloza and Juan Castro, they were each booked on a felony second-degree assault strangulation charge after following the restaurant customers, a male and a female, out of the eatery and then threatening them with a handgun. So the 2 restaurant patrons, who have not been identified, they ordered $100 worth of food and then left without paying their bill. Well, our 2 restaurant employees, they followed the man and the woman onto a bus. The restaurant workers then approached them after they got off the bus at a stop-and-save convenience store. So Penaloza is also facing a felony menacing charge. He brandished a handgun and aimed it at the male and the female, while Castro put the male suspect in a chokehold. Now keep in mind,
Damn.
these people walked out on a $100 tab. The 2 employees have gotten on a bus with them, got off at whatever stop they decided to get off, pulled the gun, have him in a chokehold. So the 2 men, they left the restaurant, which has not been publicly named. They were cited with petty theft for violating a protection order. I'm not entirely sure I understand that part. But again, if you're going to dine and dash, maybe don't do it in Colorado. Because they got on the bus, didn't say anything for the bus ride, waited to see where they got off the bus, and then confronted them outside of a convenience store with a gun and a chokehold.
My working theory on this is very simple. It's a family-owned restaurant. It's a family restaurant with
That
family
was my thought.
working in the establishment.
It's got to be, right?
Yep.
And that guy just has his strap on him?
Yeah. So
That's the only thing I heard from the story.
Because we dined and dashed, we got on the bus. I did not think the restaurant employees got on the bus with me. And then when you get off the bus, they're like, yo, we worked at that restaurant you left you was $100. And keep in mind, but I'm telling you this at gunpoint. That is, so don't dine and dash there. That's all I'm saying.
Don't dine and dash, period, but at the bus?
Right. You're going to dine and dash and get on the bus. That's not really a dash. That's just dine and leave.
No,
right?
They must have stood there for a minute.
I mean, like when I tried to do it, we were in a car. When you tried to do it, you're in a car.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I walked to the bus. All right, but on the topic of restaurant security, Late night troublemakers, they're about to be put on notice outside of White Castle. That's right, a new security setup has been designed to spot loitering and shut it down fast. They're using AI, and the pilot program was tested at a high-risk location in St. Louis, Missouri. That's been plagued by after-hours issues. Picture the McDonald's on 3rd Avenue, right?
Say St. Louis?
St. Louis, not East St. Louis, Ted, just St. Louis. I believe they call it Black Castle in East St. Louis. Anyway, White Castle said it tested AI solution aimed at improving exterior perimeter security. So the store had seen loitering, open-air drug use, and people pestering customers in the drive-through lanes. It also was repeatedly vandalized, with damage costing thousands of dollars per incident. So they piloted Interface Systems Virtual Perimeter Guard for exterior security. And with the first 30 days, White Castle said it saw a 91% drop in any of the crimes being committed outside. That includes AI detection paired with live voice deterrence. The company also reported a significant reduction in loitering. And White Castle said the setup also boosted employees' morale and made people feel safer because the employees don't have to go outside to deal with a bunch of drug
I'm almost pretty
addicts.
sure that might be a 24-hour. I think White Castle, a lot of them are 24 hours.
I believe that this one is.
Or they're open till 2 in the morning.
I mean, that's kind of their thing, right? Is late night cravings.
That right. Harold and Kumar let the whole world know that. So they said their big thing was the late night drive-through. You're sitting in your car waiting to pick up. People are getting harassed. So they tried this AI security, and it works because not only does it have a voice thing, but apparently there's also a security team of human beings. Like if you don't cut your ass out, they will show the F up.
Nice.
Yeah, so they figured it out. So go back to White Castle. All right, let's talk about the wonderful world of the internet. So YouTube, right? It's 2026. Maybe you're enjoying watching us on YouTube at KISW Rock. Well, YouTube, believe it or not, started 21 years ago in 2005 with one really boring clip about elephants. So the very first clip ever posted to YouTube, it was a 19-second clip called Me at the Zoo. And the video was posted by YouTube co-founder one Jawad Karim back on April 23rd, 2005. And as the title says, it shows him at the San Diego Zoo, noting that elephants have, quote, really, really, really long trunks. That is the first YouTube video. It's that guy saying that. So why do I bring this up? Well, London's Victoria and Albert Museum, they now have the video as it originally appeared. I guess you can't find it anywhere else. So this museum, the curators, they worked with YouTube and a design studio. Basically, they use code preserved by the Internet Archive's Wayback Machine. That's a real thing. They rebuilt the 2005 era watch page, Flash player and all, even down to the period ads that ran in late 2006 and early 2007. YouTube CEO Neil Moen, he said that the result is a way to step back in time to the beginning of global cultural phenomena. And he's not wrong. So now let's jump to 2026. Because thanks to YouTube and other social media, we've been inundated with a bunch of so-called influencers. All right. So in China, a beauty influencer's glitch, it exposed her real face. You see, her filter glitched mid-live stream and revealed what she actually looks like. And then the clips quickly spread across social media. Although the woman's username and social media, they weren't disclosed. But the unnamed influencer, she filmed herself dancing for the camera. That's nothing new. And at first, she appeared with the porcelain complexion and the uncanny valley-like symmetrical features. Well, disaster struck when her filter dropped, revealing a much more natural appearance. We'll leave it at that. Now, shortly after, the filter return restored her look. She lost 140,000 followers when they saw her real face.
Bitches, have a great weekend. Lovely Jolene is up in just seconds.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until Monday, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.